everything new. We live new. A brighter path is calling me and you. Week by week, we grow inside with wisdom as our daily guide. A renewed mind, a journey we will see to become the best of who we're meant to be.
Hi, and welcome to the Renewed Mind podcast, space where clarity meets purpose and every thought becomes a step towards a better life. I'm your host. My name is Tokunbo Akomu, and I'm glad you are here. Each episode is designed to help you pause, reflect, and realign your thinking with the values that truly matter. Simple, meaningful insights, we explore how a renewed mindset can shape the way you live, respond, and grow. So take a moment to settle in. Let's dive into today's conversation. I want to ask you this question. Why do you want to give up too early on that goal? That relationship? That's you're actually learning. Don't you think it is something that might have worked? You just stay one season longer. What do you think about it? Now let me ask you these 3 questions and I want you to sit with you today. Why does everything worth having seem to take longer than we planned for? Have you ever thought of something like that? Why do we treat waiting like wasted time when some of the most important things in our lives were only made possible by it? And you will like this. And I want you to think about this. And what if the thing you are rushing right now isn't ready yet? Not because something is wrong, but because it's simply not ready to become what it is meant to be. Now on today's episode, we'll be speaking about the word patience. Patience. Now let's define patience. Patience is often mistaken for passivity, as if the patient person is doing nothing, simply enduring, waiting for time to pass. That's not it at all. Patience is the ability to endure delay without losing your effort, your attitude, or your direction. Listen to this. It's active, not passive. The patient person is still working, still showing up, still tending to what matters. They have simply stopped demanding that the timeline bends to their comfort. Here is why this matters more than ever. We live in the most instant gratification era in human history. Messages arrive instantly. Food arrives in minutes. Entertainment is on demand. And that convenience has quietly rewired our expectations for everything else, including the things that were never designed to be instant. Growth, trust, healing, mastery, deep relationships, none of this operates on a deliveries app timeline. They operate on their own. Now listen to me on this. Patience isn't about liking the wait. It's about refusing to let the wait cost you your effort, your character, or your direction while you are in it. The farmer doesn't plant a seed and expect a harvest the next week. He knows there's a season for planting, a season for waiting, a season for growth, a season for harvest. He respects the process. But we want the harvest before we have even planted. We want the results before we have done the work. We want to be fit without training, wise without learning, successful without struggling. And so we remain frustrated. Yes, especially in this current generation. We want it quick and fast. Now let's compare some words such as patience and passivity. Passivity waits and does nothing else. No effort, no direction, just time passing. Patient waits while still working. The patient farmer still waters daily. The patient student still studies daily. The difference isn't the waiting, it's what you are doing with your hands while you wait. Another word to compare is patience and tolerance. Tolerance is enduring something you dislike without necessarily growing through it. Gritting your teeth until it's over. Patience is different. It holds a posture of trust that the delay itself producing something. Tolerance survives the wait. Patience is shaped by it. Did you hear that? It's shaped by it. Let's look at the steps to practicing patience. The first step, name what you're rushing. Specific. Is it a relationship, goal, a healing process, an apology you're waiting to receive? Vague impatience is hard to manage. Named patience is manageable. The next step, separate the timeline from the outcome. Now, ask yourself, is this actually not working or is it simply not finished yet? This gets confused constantly and confusing them causes people quit right before the turn. Next step, keep tending even without visible progress. Like the farmer watering, the thing that looks like it isn't growing, invisible progress is still progress. The next step, replace the countdown with a checklist. Instead of asking how much longer, ask what can I do today? This shifts your energy from watching the clock to using the time. I love that. From watching the clock to using the time. The next step, practice patience in small moments first. Don't start with the biggest test, a long-term goal, a difficult relationship. Start with traffic, a slow line, a delayed reply. Build the muscles where the stakes are low, so it's ready when the stakes are high. The next step, expect impatience to return, and don't let it undo the waiting you have already done. One frustrated day doesn't erase months of patient effort. Notice the frustration and keep tending away. Yes, you have to note frustration and keep tending away. And you will love this. Patience is not simply the ability to wait. It's how we behave while we are waiting. Your behavior while you're waiting. See, patience is the bridge between desire and destiny. Picture what you desire and your destiny is the bridge between both. Patience. Somewhere in your life right now, there's something that you've been tending to that doesn't look like it's working yet. Yes, that goal, that relationship, a version of yourself you're still becoming, and the temptation, especially in a world built for instant everything, is to assume that because you can't see growth, there isn't any. Just because you can't see it. But some of the most important things in your lives are underground right now, doing exactly what they are supposed to be doing at exactly this stage, building roots strong enough to eventually hold something bigger than what you can currently imagine. Yes, that's what they are doing right now. See, patience doesn't mean doing nothing. It means continuing to tend what matters without demanding that it hurry up and prove itself to you today. Patience. Patience. Say to yourself, I need to be patient. So here's your challenge this week. Practice one act of patience today. By the time you're trying to place an order for something with your boss, your friend, with your spouse, with your family, practice it today. Let one thing sit a little longer than feels comfortable. Let one line move a little slower without your frustration attached to it. Let one relationship, one goal, one process breathe without rushing it towards an outcome it isn't ready for yet. Because the things worth having were rarely built on anyone's rushed timeline. They were built on someone's willingness to wait wisely and keep working while they did. So say to yourself, I will be patient. I will practice patience. Thank you for spending this time with me on the Renewed Mind podcast. I hope today's episode gave you something meaningful to carry into your week. I want you to remember that renewal starts in the mind, where the thoughts you choose and the perspective you embrace. If you found value in today's episode, be sure to follow the podcast and share it with someone who needs it too. And as we close, I want you to say this with me, that my mind is renewed, that my steps are aligned, that my life is changing, and I become better. Until next time, remember, it's about thinking new and living new. Thank you, and have a good week.
Start your Monday with a rising flame, a clearer vision, a higher aim. On every platform, hear the call to stand up stronger after every fall. Renewed mind, we think new, we live new, together finding all that's true. A year of growth, a steady climb, a better life.